All right, you Gen Xers and Gen X adjacent types. Today we're going to be going into the world of VI, and that's another one of those industry-specific acronyms. VI happens to stand for virtual instrument. And if you just ask yourself, Jason, what is a virtual instrument? I'm glad you asked. Let me show you. Let's just say that you happen to have a part that you're working on, and you would love to have a tenor saxophone part, but oh yeah, I have no idea how to play a tenor saxophone. Well, you got a couple of options. You could go find a tenor saxophone player and hire them to come into your studio and record those parts. Or let's just say you happen to have a good command on a keyboard and there is a way that you can actually record the part yourself, assuming that you know the articulations of the specific instrument, and get it pretty damn close to the real thing. That's what VIs are for. Me personally, there's a couple of VIs that I use. There's a couple from Universal Audio that I've used, some from Addictive Drums and Addictive Keys. There's one called Opus made by these guys at V.I.s that is just unbelievable, has a whole host of instruments that you could use. And then this one, which I'm going to show you today, Contact, or more specifically Contact 7 by the guys at Native Instruments, works the same way. All of these window panes that you see on the screen here, these are all different instrument types. So let's just say you needed some drums or a piano or whatever the case is. Each one of these is a different instrument set. Like let's say we needed a retro synth sound. Analog Dreams has got you covered. And then you can just load this into your keyboard controller and then record it directly into your DAW, like I was talking about last week. Or let's say we need some cool kind of soundscape. Arcus is great for this. Or let's say I got an idea for a Latin piece, and it would be great if I had a Cuban percussion section behind me. Now all of a sudden I have one. And a lot of these come with loops where you can just press one key and it plays something like this. Or let's say you want to go industrial. Damage is a great tool for that. And a lot of these sounds, especially Damage, in the album that I'm putting out this year, is going to have a lot of Damage in it, because I do like using Damage, I'm not going to lie. But let's go back to our original example just to show you. Again, back to that tenor saxophone part that you needed so badly. Well, let's go ahead and load up a tenor sax and see what it does. Here's our tenor saxophone, and it is now officially on my controller. Wow, that sounds an awful lot like a tenor saxophone. Or let's say I need it to sound a little angrier, so I'll put it on a growl articulation. Or let's say I wish it had a rip at the end. But as you can see, I now have under my fingertips any kind of instrument that I can load into this player of Contact. For those of you who are familiar with The Simpsons. Or let's go back through a couple of these other ones. Let's say, ooh, it would be really great if I had a piano that sounded exactly like Alicia Keys playing in a big auditorium in front of an audience. Now all of a sudden I've got exactly that. Or one that I really like using, I'll show you one other one. Studio Drums, where is it? Here we go, Studio Drummer, the session kit. For me, I know you see this drum kit behind me and you say, you've already got a drum set. What in the world are you loading up a drum program for? Well, let me tell you why. Because it's a pain in the ass to mic an entire drum set. It's a pain in the ass to get behind it and record it. It's equally as much of a pain in the ass to get somebody else to play it, because you still got to do all this. If I have a great song idea and I just want to get to work, this thing is great for doing that. Check it out. And And there I got my drum part. So for those of you who are aspiring songwriters, composers, or want to just do something, got some ideas in your head and you want to get them out and just see what comes of it, V.I.s are the way to go to get those instruments that you don't yet know how to play. Because as you can see, anything from string sections to guitars to full brass ensembles to different keyboard parts to whatever your heart desires, more than likely you can find a V.I. to play it for you. So go out there, give it a try. Maybe you'll get inspired. Who knows? Maybe you'll write the next top 40 hit that hits the Billboard charts. You never know. Until next time, peace.